Now we'll begin the second portion of our presentation for a more in-depth demonstration of our 7 core services. Let me introduce to you once again Michael Storch, our VP of National Accounts.
Thank you, David. Now let's look into our first service, online bill pay. With online bill pay, you can become a member of our online bill pay system, and your patients can pay you online 24/7 with any major credit card, debit card, or checking account. Online bill pay is a great addition to the AR management toolkit since it reduces inbound patient calls and gives your patients yet another means to pay their bill. Let's now go out to one of our actual clients' web pages to demo what online bill pay can do for you. Now, this is an actual client that has been utilizing our online bill pay system for many years. As you can see on the bottom left-hand corner of this web page, the facility chose to place the hyperlink to our online bill pay site. Now, you can actually choose any location on your web page to place that link. Also, if you'd rather not have a link on your web page and rather just have direct connectivity to our website for online bill pay and place that directly on your patient statement, we can also provide you the web address to our medical bill paid site, which is medicalbillpaid.com. That can be placed directly on your patient statement. Now, as we click on the link, you will see that this web page is specifically tailored to the customer. We did this by placing our logo and contact information above. As you look lower down the page, the user or patient will be asked to either choose credit card or e-check. For general purposes, let's choose credit card. From here, you will notice 3 fields being credit card information, payment information, and payment receipt. Let's look a little bit further on payment information first. I'd like to mention that there's a few of the fields. We have amount, patient account number, patient name, and patient phone number. Now, this is important that we actually have the patient account number and patient name also required on this page, because many times the individual running the charges on their credit card may not be the same as the patient. So as you can see, this online bill pay site is specifically tailored to the healthcare industry. Next, let's go into the third portion, or the third field, payment receipt. Not only will you receive a receipt at the facility after a transaction has transpired, but also your patient will receive a receipt as well. This is a great way to give your electronically savvy patients the freedom to reconcile their medical bills online and also receive an electronic receipt. Now we'll go ahead and pass on the presentation to Lauren Ayeskis, who will review our online pay plan management software.
Thank you, Michael. Our pay plan management software, PayPlan 123, is the newest addition to our services, and we couldn't be happier with the result. PayPlan 123 automates and outsources payment plans to make the administration of these plans both easy and profitable for your center. We have prepared a short video to highlight this software.
Do your patients need payment plans? Accepting payment plans can be very time-consuming and expensive to manage, especially when you consider the costs of print, mail, and tedious follow-up with patients. That's why we created the perfect solution. We call it PayPlan123.com. Our easy-to-use online software gives medical providers what they need to be successful with payment plans. Our pay plan management software enables the provider to establish payment plans with patients while reducing administrative time and increasing financial oversight. Here's how it works. Once a provider has set up their user profile on PayPlan123.com, they can begin to send patients proposed pay plan contracts through email. When the patient has received the email, they are prompted to establish a secure login and password that allows them to accept the pay plan terms and conditions, then enter their preferred method of payment. Upon completing this process, the patient will be able to return to the site whenever they wish to see the status of their pay plan. Patients will also be electronically notified of balance changes, upcoming credit card expirations, or default. What makes PayPlan123.com unique is that the entire revenue cycle is supported by MedDraft. which means that the provider will no longer have to collect or follow up with patients. Our courteous and professionally trained staff within the call center is ready to handle any aspect of the collection process for you. Meanwhile, you have unlimited access to the status of your pay plan, you can make modifications if necessary, and can always clearly see how PayPlan123.com is performing for you.
PayPlan 123 has no setup cost, no monthly fees, and is a pay-as-you-go service. If you're interested in trying the software for yourself, please visit us at payplan123.com and you can create your user login for your facility. David Hamilton will now go through standard collections with you.
So we're talking about our third service, which is standard collections. Our standard bad debt collection service is what put Mnet on the map. With this program, unpaid self-pay accounts that reach 90 to 120 days are sent to Mnet to pursue further collection efforts through dialers, letters, phone calls, etc. But the unique features that we offer include this. 1, optional credit reporting. 2, credit alerts, changing credit reports. What does that mean? We go a step further when we interact with the credit bureaus. We pay a little bit more money. What we're doing is, if you do choose to credit report, during the course of 7 years, anything that's unpaid, if somebody applies for credit, maybe they try to buy a house, they try to buy a car, maybe they update their cell phone, anything that they do where they update something to the credit report, we're going to get notified. It's extremely powerful. It helps us recover a lot of money that way. And as soon as we're notified of that, obviously we reinstate the account, we start working it. It's very powerful. People's credit situation changes from year to year. And this is a very helpful tool that we're going to be putting to work for you. Another key to our success, or I like to refer to as a recipe for success, is how we continue to revive bad debt throughout the year with 2 different programs. I'm going to touch on those right now. The first program, they're seasonal. The first one is our tax season debt resolution campaign. So we're offering patients the ability to resolve their unpaid bill with their tax refund. We're very successful at this. The second one, our second seasonal program, we refer to as an amnesty program, which is conducted between Thanksgiving and New Year's. What we do is we reach out to the patients on any unpaid bills, we negotiate and offer incentives to patients to avoid their past due account from rolling into the next year. And one of the most powerful tools we use to make our campaigns a huge success is a product called Pay Score Indexing. With this tool, we're able to target those patients who are able to pay. This is a prime example of how Mnet puts all the collection and credit bureau technologies to work for you. With that, Michael, would you like to introduce Early Out, please?
Next, our fourth point is our Early Out program. Our Early Out program is for the busy ops manager who's wearing a lot of hats. It's a cost-conscious option to help office managers get the most for their money. By slightly altering your financial policy and billing statement, you can rapidly accelerate your self-pay revenue cycle with Mnet. Mnet provides a full-service early out collection solution. Mnet begins the collection process through automated phone messaging, live operator calls, and letters on unpaid accounts that reach 30 to 40 days after insurance has paid. This program not only increases cash flow, but significantly reduces administrative time and overhead costs. For example, unlike some vendors who send letters but have you answer the incoming calls, we are full service. All our letters and automated phone messaging contains our information, directing the patient to deal with Mnet rather than having them redirected to you at the facility.
Thank you, Michael. So we're going to talk briefly about payment monitoring. I like this because payment monitoring was really invented by our clients, the business office manager, and it was specific with ambulatory surgery centers, outpatient hospitals. This is what it's about. Our payment monitoring program supports payment arrangements that the patient might have set up with the facility at the time or before the procedure. And you really don't want to lump those in with the other collection accounts, right? So we're going to honor those payment plans, and we're going to make it as easy as possible in interacting with the patient to make sure that they can keep their obligation. And it provides a variety of payment options like payment coupon books that they can tear out every single month. We have a certain segment of the population that really likes that. They fill them out and they keep their payment plan. There's another segment of the population that likes automated monthly drafts, so they can give us a check or a credit card. We'll automatically draft those payments for them. We also set up payment reminders to help them stay on top of their payment obligations. All, this is the point, all without affecting their credit. That's payment monitoring. So likely, if you use us for collections, you're going to automatically want to trigger the payment monitoring side of the collection cycle. Let's go ahead and move on to the next service. Michael?
Now for the sixth point, we can also help with AR cleanup. If your facilities encounter a backlog of AR due to changes in staff, billing procedures, or an acquisition, Mnet has the expertise and experience to resolve the account receivables for you. In connections with Amlitel, we team up with Stephanie York, a seasoned revenue cycle leader, to set up a remote connection to your billing system. We can take care of your billing temporarily or for an extended period of time. Many centers that switch from one billing software to another have us take over their billing on the old software while they put all their focus and attention on the billing from the new. This allows for you to start off on the right note when working with your newly integrated software. That being said, when I say complete revenue cycle management, that means both your payer account as well as your patient responsibility. Complete AR cycle. Now let's hand off the presentation to David Hamilton.
Our final service that we're going to discuss with you or share with you today is our seventh service. It's medical lien funding. Now, this option can be attractive to a medical facility because it enables a center to accelerate their cash flow. This choice can also allow a medical facility to tap into new market by providing care to patients who currently are uninsured. I think the most attractive piece of this offer is that even if the lien that we fund or purchase becomes uncollectible, we absorb it. It's our responsibility. It never comes back to the facility. So really, we've created a worry-free environment for you. I believe there's other lien companies out there that purchase, but we only purchase surgical procedures. We only work with ambulatory surgery centers, again, and we only work with outpatient hospitals. I think that our strengths are when you choose us to fund that aspect of your receivable personal injury, we have easy funding process, meaning you can go online, or you can fax it, you can call it, we make it whatever you prefer, we're going to make it very easy for you. We have quick approval times. We know that if you don't get a quick approval, they might schedule the case somewhere else. And again, because we work niche with surgery centers, and that's all we do, we have flat rate funding for various procedures. But those are all good points. I think if I was going to say what the most important aspect or strength that we're going to bring to the table is this. We call it, on our side of the fence, we refer to as moody funding. Lots of lien funding companies won't approve cases because they simply just don't have the cash flow at the time. With us, you don't have that problem. Our customers will tell you that we are very steady in approving our cases, and we approve more than anyone. Plus, we pay the bills in 15 days because we know that you're trying to keep your days in AR back. We're hopeful that us paying you in 15 days will help improve that.